Turn of ITR. Welcome back. It's been a good while, but it's a return that I'm happy to make. Can't believe it's been a month with no ITR. I've been on holiday, I've done everything, but we are back and we are ready to drive cars in circles. At the Jeddah Corniche circuit, 27 corners around Jeddah. One of the more challenging circuits with heavy amounts of fast corners, which the drivers today will sure have to watch out for. Very high average top speed in this one, and as many people who play the F1 game will know, it's very hard to master, especially that first sector, and with strict corner cutting in this race, it's not going to be easy. But will we see someone come out victorious? Well, we'll just have to wait and find out for that one. It's going to be a very interesting race today. And personally, I cannot wait to see it. So let's get to it. Still a decent number of drivers in this league. 9 people, all prepared to take on the Jeddah Corniche circuit. It's going to be a fun one tonight. And with a sprint race, well, we'll have to wait and see. I'm joking, by the way, about the sprint race. I don't think the sprint race. Might be. Don't know. Yeah, there's a challenge, so let's see the challenge be taken on finally again. Championship leader Peter in the Ferrari. Well, let's see what he can do today. This could be a very interesting race for him. Seems to have mastered this new game and the cars in it. As we see, our first man out is Stein. Now we know Stein's strategy after the last few seasons. He's a driver who likes to take it slow on his first few laps and then hit a banger in his last run. He's got the pace to do it, but will Jeddah prove enough of a challenge for him? We'll have to find out. Only his outlap, obviously, but it seems pretty calm there through the first sector. Nothing much to note on, as now Dave Easley leaves the pits along with his teammate Brum, and now we have a pour of cars leaving the pits. That's Jack's there, as well as Tim. The illustrious middle sector now on Stein's outlap. One of the twistier sections in the entirety of motorsport, and now the longest straight hits a total of 193 only there in a straight line, but gets a very nice run on through the next turn. Now heading through turn 25, now into 26. Very straight corners, those two. as now he warms up his tyres heading into the final turn 27, and will set up what could be a great lap here. As you can see there, the DRS line has moved, so the strategy of, you know, moving out of the way on the corner and then diving back past, it could still work, but it won't be as effective with the lines movement. Now here comes Stein, will go on board with this first lap through turn 1 and 2, seems clean. Now heading towards turn 3, dives through the left-hander, now through the right, very close to the barrier on the inside. Now into turn 7, down now towards 9, and through 10, seems clean so far, no mistakes made by Stein as of yet. It seems like a very solid run, obviously BRS being taken away there in that end of first sector area. Now heading into the start of this second sector, obviously he is the fastest man on track right now, he is the only one to be on track as of so far, and that there is a slide, a very unwanted slide that will be. Now we will watch Davies on his lap. I'm sure he's just going to try and aim to just get a lap in here, Davies. I don't think he will want to push too much, but he seems to be. He's got the pace, so well, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? He seems faster. Now diving through right. Bit of barrier contact on exit there, but doesn't seem to have affected him all too much. He's clearly got some straight line speed set up on here. Goodness me, 207 miles per hour diving into the little chicane of 22-23. Done very well there. Now diving into turn 26, still in that straight line. And on the brakes through the final turn 27. Where can Davies put himself in the timing charts? It'll be an interesting one to see. Hugs it tight with the barriers as you're supposed to. It goes a 1:29.7 as the first lap. Jax will be the next one to cross the line in the Mercedes. Let's see where he can put himself. It's a 1:28.9, goes faster than Davies, nearly a second faster in fact. Tim there dives it into the box. And that there is Tyrone on his out lap. He will be setting himself up here for a run. Meanwhile, the Ferrari of Peter is on a lap. I don't think it is actually. I'm not sure. It might be. Because now he's on to that second long straight. With a 1 minute so far. I don't. No, it isn't. Okay. So Peter there has decided to back out of that one. Davey's not on a lap. So we will watch Timon, one of the veterans of the league. Yeah, it doesn't really seem to be a circuit so far, not the best start there. So we would now flick back to Ghost just behind the McLaren. Get a much better run there through turn 8. Now diving into quite a sharp hairpin. It's a difficult one because it's more of a medium speed corner, but it's a very quick corner at the exact same time, but you've got to slam on the brakes to get into it. It's a very weird one. Seems very solid there through that next section of corners, heading out into the middle of sector 2 down the straight, dives through the left, into the right. Ghost here seems to be the fastest man on circuit through 25 now. Heading towards 26, holds it very tight there to the inside. Bit of a strategic move there from Ghost maybe. And now diving through the final turn 27. Let's see where Ghost can put his car here. DRS activated. Down now towards the line. It's going to be a 1:28.8. Just toppling Jax by just over there, 0.05 of a second. Solid lap there from Ghost to put himself fastest. Oh well, Brum there, bit of a mistake. This is not going to be the lap for him. Peter there invalidating. Stein is on the push now. Heading now Oh, Stein might need to change his setup here. Seems to be very, very loose on the rear. And that is not what you want around Jeddah. I've had those issues as well, so he's not the only one. But it is not what you want around a track like Jeddah. I'm assuming he will go for another run, but I'm not certain. The yellow flags there. It is for Brum, who's hit the wall there, I think. Looks like it. Oh no, he's just going slow. I think he's just warming up for a second lap here. Fair play to him. Meanwhile, we have a Ghost pitting this lap. Meanwhile, getting overtaken around the outside by Dion. Dion now heading towards the start of his first flyer. His first outlap even. He's not completed an outlap yet. Here he comes now towards the line. Dion begins his first lap of the session, hitting 207 miles an hour, 208 briefly there, diving into turn 1 now. Through turn 2, doesn't seem to be too much of an issue there. Now through turn 3, heading down towards 4 and 5, a very, very difficult sequence of corners to get right. Dion does so quite nicely. Doesn't spin himself out either there through 6 and then through 7, and he's over the curb slightly on the inside. Runs a bit wider. Now, I'm assuming he will just push the line or just dive in and not go again. Speaking of going again, it's Stein who's run over the curb there a bit. I think he will just want to get a lap in though, to beat his 141.6 here, which he has done in the first sector. He is purple through sector 1. Now, through that medium speed of turn, I don't know, it's a corner number though. Now through turn 12, down through 13, and it's the exact same spot as he spawned in his first run. He's going round again there. Unlucky for Stein. And Davies has followed suit in a different area of circuit. Such an easy spin as proven today. But now the P2 man, not far off pole. Ghost just beating him out so far. Jax keeps it nice and tight there. Bit of a loose back end by the looks of things, but he's doing very, very nicely there through that first section until he goes off. But the lap still stands for some reason. Bit of a weird one there. Brum there has gone P4 with his last lap. Now through the medium speed hairpin. I'm assuming turn 10. I know that's turn 11 and then dives into turn 12. Through 13 now. And now down the straight. So purple middle sector for Jax. And we got a spinner there that has no front wing there. I think that's Brum. Is it Brum? No, it's Davies actually on his push. He's lost the rear of the car and he slewed it into the barriers. Now Jax to finalise this lap. Can he get the exit he needs? Doesn't look like it. He will still push though for the line. Here comes Jax. Will he get pole? He will. Provisional pole goes to Jax with a 128.695 there. Just over a tenth and a half clear of Ghost. Few victory donuts for Jax. He'll be happy with that one, I'm sure. Oh, Davies has hit the wall there, trying to spin himself back round. He's hit the wall with his rear tyre. Now Peter on a push lap. See where he can put himself here. Heading now through 26, heading down towards 27. On the brakes for 27. Let's see where Peter can throw that Ferrari. Will it be front row? Not quite. It is moving up a spot though. Into P3 there. Stein, meanwhile, says a purple middle sector for himself. Let's see what the young Dutchman can do. Now down through the final 27 corner. I don't think this is going to be anything. After a purple middle sector, I expect a bit of something from this lap. But he does improve. goes P5 there. Both Red Bulls yet to set times, 2 championship potential protagonists, previous protagonists of championships. Not really on it as much. With drivers like Peter, who does lead the championship as of so far. Miller Stein, a bit of a wide run. Very, very, very difficult to win. I remember Timon's first win around here. Now no one's on laps, I may as well talk about it. I remember Timon literally leaves the pits as I'm talking about him. I remember his first win in season 2 around here. I'd literally just started commentating for ITR. What a race it was. There was chaos on like the final few laps. I believe there was a safety car leading us to the last 2 laps of action. And Timon managed to exceed the pressure and take home his victory in the Alfa Romeo in F1 2021 it was. As Harry lets the Red Bull through with Dion, who has started his flyer now. Has got on board with him. Through 7 now. I remember now. That's 7. There's a lot of like straight line corners that are like really weird here. Through 8. I don't think I'll be able to get all of these right to be honest with you. I believe that's turn 9 on exit and then into turn 10 there. Which then takes you into 11. So I was right with these two being 12 and 13. Through 12, now through 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. I've done a 18 now. Through 19. If I'm not mistaken, this is an unbelievable lap. Through 20. Now 21. I think 22 might be the exit. 23, 24, and 25, and 26. Holding 1 corner. No, I'm joking. I don't know. But I know there's 27 corners. I don't know where they all fall into. But I'll have a count. At some point. And Dion now crosses the line and goes P5 himself, just beating Stein there. But Tim there has actually DNF'd the hairpin, so I don't know what's happened there. But now Timon, currently last place. Race winner here previously, as I mentioned, begins his lap. Through turn 3 now, flat out corner. Forever will be a flat out corner, I hope. Through 4. Now through 5, he's kept the pedal on nicely there. Through 6, 7, and 8. Now 9, 10, and just keeps his car off the curb there. Through turn 11, now diving it through the hairpin of turn 12. Down now towards the quick double corner. Yeah, so I was fine for the most part. There's just a few weird straight line ones that aren't actually counted as corners. I'll get them in mind. Timon though goes P5, topples Dion. Those three look tight in the midfield. Seems happy with that one just Timon. Now then Brum heading through the middle sector. Into turn 22 now. Through 23. Now 24. He backs out of it. Is Timon going again there? No, he isn't. Ghost is though. Ghost is on a big push. Diving now through the hairpin of 13. I've got the corners literally like on my phone right now. Now through 14. Diving it in now. 15. 16. Now through turn 17, keeps it nice and tight on the exit there with the barriers. Seems to have backed out with that. Hazmat Talbot. Jax invalidates. I think that will be pole for Jax, unless Stein can do something about it. He's the last man here. I know there is still Dion actually. Oh wait, no, can Dion make it? This is going to be tight actually. You've got to let the faster Aston Martin by. Will Dion make this line? I'm not sure, I don't think he will. No, he's not going to make it. So the only man now that can topple and get pole position is the Williams man of Stein. Heading now through turn 3. Down towards turn 4 here. And then through the long right-hander of turn 5. Swift left through 6. Then 7 in the same left. Straight there on the right. And then 9, 10 and turn 11. Runs off circuit a bit. No invalidation there. He's not purple. I don't think he can do this. It's going to be tight still. But I don't think Stein is on for this pole. Heading now through turn 14. Now into 15, 16. Dives one in through 17. Hits the wall and exit. That might not help him through 18. Now turn 19 and turn 20. Now through 21. Now into 22. 23 there. Turn 24 approaches him. Takes it well. Holds it tight on the line through 25. Now down the hill towards turn 26 and then the final corner of turn 27. Only one more turn now to overcome. Where will Stein go with this lap? I don't think it will be pole. There's still a bit of a possibility, but I'd be very, very surprised. Here he comes now to the line. P3. Very nice lap there to end the session from Stein. But it will be Jax on pole position. Ghost in P2. Then Stein from Peter, from Davies, from Timon in P6. Then Dion P7, Brum P8 and Tim, no lap for him, set P9 in this session. A bit of a mistake at turn 13 it looked like for Tim, as well as Davies. So I believe turn 13 might be a bit of an issue here because of that, how medium speed it is. You've got to brake hard and then accelerate, but then you also don't want to hit the barrier on the outside. It's an interesting corner. We'll see what happens. And now we got a race to get to. And now the formation lap begins for, is that? Are we only doing 13 laps here? I don't know, I'll check Discord. 25% race. Okay, so it's only going to be 13 laps tonight. That's calm. Let's see how drivers will cope with only 13 compared to the usual. It'll be an interesting race. Let's see what everyone can do. Now we got a race to get to, so let's see what everyone can do here today. Right. We'll now line up on the grid. And Ghost and Jax have both been disqualified. Oh dear. They won't be racing tonight. No, I'm joking. They're on the grid. They just get a bit of early preparation. Will we see any of the new tactics that I've seen? Well, not really new. They are now like a month old. But will we see anyone, you know, hitting a quick 360 to warm up those tyres here at Jeddah? Or will that not be the case? Heavy amounts of leaving there. No one going for it yet. Yeah, no one's tried to set it up there. Last time, unless Dion does one now. Oh no, looks like Tim might have done. Rolls himself now into his grid slot for what will be the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. For the first time in a month, it's lights out. And away we go here at Jeddah. It's a great start there from Peter. He shoots up into the lead. What a start it's been from him. He's had contact there with Jax. Jax will hold the lead for now. Peter though, side by side there with the House of Ghost. Peter gains second place. And there, Ghost hitting Peter, and there's chaos already. Peter down now to P5, now P6. Nice move there from Brum, and Dion P7 now. Davies has slipped wide. Stein sneaked through. Stein up into P2. Jax hasn't been allowed to run away with this one off the start. First place is Jax, second is Stein, and it's chaos behind him. As now, through the medium speed hairpin, it's nearly 4 wide there at the back. I believe it is 3 wide, or it was briefly anyway. Brum there holds P6. Ghost and Peter now down in P9. Sorry, P8 that is. Tim just behind him, but Tim now going for it on Peter. So, from what looked like an unbelievable start, Peter now down in P8. Jax has retained the lead, but Stein is gaining slowly on him. More of a racing setup there I see from Stein. Ghost there makes a bit of a mistake. It might allow Peter to sneak through on the inside. He's going for it there. Through turn 25, now into turn 26, down towards 27. On the brakes for both of them. Peter gets the position, and Tim there has a bit too much of a look and hits the back there of Ghost. And he will take his slipstream as Ghost dives it into the pits with that front wing damage. So up now into P7 for Peters. Could this be a massive comeback story? I'm not too sure. But we do there have, is that virtual? I believe that is a virtual safety car out. Right, yeah it is. That's the sign for VSC. We got a virtual safety car. Assumedly for Ghost damage, which he has now recovered from. Unless there was some other contact that I did not notice. I don't think there was. Yeah, it must have been just Ghost debris, which he is now pitted and recovered from. So your order is Jax from Stein, from Davies, from Dion, from Timon. We'll start from him, from near the back of the grid. Oh no, he started P6. I'm an idiot. I'm just going off like 5 minutes before the end of quali. Followed by Brum, followed by Peter, who had a flyer of a start and then started dropping down the order. Very unlucky for him. Followed by Tim there in P8, and Ghost is at the back of the field, 20 seconds back. Obviously, having made his pit stop though, is Ghost an underdog for this race? I think he could definitely be. We'll have to wait and see how this race goes. Could be very much so an interesting one out here today. As surely now we'll be going back to green flag running in no time. There it is. So Stein there lost a whole lot of time actually to Jax. He's kind of regained it now off the restart. But still, I'm sure that's not going to go down well with him. He's lost a big amount of time there to Jax. Definitely not what you'd want to do. Meanwhile there, the battle for third place could get a bit closer in the coming laps. We've got Davies leading Dion by 5.5 tenths there, followed by Timon, only 5 tenths there as well behind Dion. Dion now though gets a bit closer. Higher straight line speed for Dion is going to help him, especially in straight lines. Meanwhile there, Davies goes a bit wider and takes the exit speed. Smart move there from Davies. Timon there has kind of fallen back a bit from this fight. Peter now is gaining on Brum as well. Now heading into turn 16 and 17. Through they go now. Turn 17, I think Peter there went a bit over the curb. Might be a warning there for him. You'll have to be a bit more careful now. Dion though still within a 6/10 window of Davies. Falls back a bit now to 7/10. So we got yellow flags there. Is that Timon? It is. Timon's spun it there. Able to spin it back around in quick fashion. And there DRS helping Peter through on Brum. But now Brum will have the second hand of DRS. Let's see how this battle rages on, because they seem quite close. Oh, Peter's in. So has Peter picked up damage there, or is he just going in early? And I don't understand the 5-second penalty there. That should be removed in pretty quick succession. So Dion chasing down Davies still here for the P3. And meanwhile Jax has made a mistake off the lead, and so has Davies at the exact same corner. Two fast drivers having the same error here in Jeddah. Give Stein the lead and Dion up into second place in this race. Brum now is right on the back of Jax, and Davies has fallen a long way back there. Timon there with a bit of a mistake himself through the yellow flag zones. He will recover from that. Now meanwhile, Ghost and Peter. I told you Ghost might have been an outside shot for this race, and he clearly has got the pace on those hard tyres. Up into P8 now for him. Meanwhile, Brum versus Jax now is the battle to watch, really. Brum though a lot poorer than Jax there through the 22-23 section. Allows Jax to pull away a nice amount. Dion though closing down Stein for the lead of the race. We might see a battle for the lead pretty soon. As now Jax is into the pits. Those one tyres won't have helped him. He dives it in along with Davies there. And Timon with the damage. So he hit a wall there. So he will also be pitting this lap. It gives Ghost a boost there up to P5. So is Ghost still an outsider for this race? Or is it even not? Is it going to be P5? I'm not too sure. Jax versus Ghost now. They're close, but Jax is going to have the upper hand on Ghost. 2.5 seconds now the gap. Meanwhile, Tim on the outside of Brum through the hairpin. Still side by side here. Brum's got a second chance here. Tim's kind of left the door open, but he just turned the exit speed. Tim up now into the podium to make it a Red Bull double podium, and Brum has turned in a bit too much there. Hit the inside wall. That won't help him whatsoever. But he does now get DRS, which he won't actually activate for some reason. Meanwhile, Ghost is catching Jax. The colder tyres versus the heated up tyres on Ghost's car. He's not going to have DRS though on this occasion. Speaking of DRS, Dion is now in that window. Opens up the flap as Stein dives it into the pits there. So will Dion actually come out in the lead here? It's going to be an interesting one because Dion's gone the lap extra. It's going to be tight. As Brum there gets a 5-second penalty from assuming the exact same issues beginning in the pit lane. Peter now at the back by 14 seconds, 15 seconds now nearly. As now, Ghost versus Jax. Could be an interesting battle as well, but it looks like Jax is now pulling away a bit from Ghost. Well, who had the lead of this race? It genuinely could be close. Stein's now on the colder tyres, but he also knows now that Dion and assumedly Tim are on the same lap. If they do double stack here, that'd be very impressive. As Brum there gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings as he goes off track there through turn 12 even. So Dion is the leader for the meantime, ahead of Tim, ahead of Stein. The front two, they remember, have not made their pit stops now. Diving through turn 27. What will Dion do on this occasion? Is it now that he dives it into the lane? It is not. Dion continues once again. So is Stein going to have a very easy lead of this race now? Because he's going to have the chance to heat up his tyres. Tim also continues. Stein now 10 seconds behind Tim. 15 seconds behind Dion. 17 seconds now. So that gap only increasing now. As now he gets a penalty to add on to his worries. Still P3 though for Stein. He is now gaining as well on Tim. Sorry about that. Little blackout there for a second. And we've got yellow flags there. Oh, it's Jax again. He's lost it a bit. And he's lost his front wing in the process. Is that going to be called for a safety car? I don't think so. But Ghost now ahead of Jax in P4. Seriously still think that Ghost is a really, really big outside chance here of winning in Jeddah, as Jax there has to cut the corner. So unlucky for him. Losing his front wing will not be helpful. As meanwhile there, Brum DNFs. And that is a full course safety car. And now Tim dives it straight in. He's got the advantage now over his teammate. Onto the soft compound goes Tim. He can now heat up those tyres. So is Tim now on to win this race. Stein also in there. Ghost will also be in, as well as Jax, as well as Davies, and I'm assuming Timon also. So Dion's really, really missed out here. He's going to still have to pit under the safety car if he wants to keep this lead, or he's not going to pit at all. There's just two options. Depends on which one he'll take. Remember, Tim is also still going to have to follow Delta here. So it could be close. We'll have to wait and see. As Jackson just about beats out Davies. And their timing into the pits just behind them. And Peter might be back into this one now. No front wing for him. But the safety car might well help him pull it back. We'll have to find out soon. Peter now changing his front wing as Dion does pit. So will he still be in the lead of this race? I don't know. Tim's now able to push, so I think it will be Tim leading from Stein potentially as well. Everyone else on the soft compound as well in this race. Looks like there might still be a Delta to follow though. And Dion is actually going to be comfortable in the lead of the race here. So the Delta not helping Tim or Stein there. In fact, it's actually hurt them. Dion leads the race and now can tuck up behind the safety car on fresh soft tyres. So this could really get interesting now, because all drivers behind him are going to have the chance to heat up their tyres. However, will Dion's, advantage of being in the lead on a street circuit help him win this one here in Jeddah? It will for sure be an interesting final few laps here. So Tim now tucks up behind Dion and into the safety car queue. It's going to be a very interesting final few laps here. Who will actually take home the win? I'm not sure. Looks like a Red Bull 1-2 is definitely in hand. However, Stein was faster than both of these two in qualifying. So is Stein on for a win? Ghost was faster than these as well. Is Ghost on for that win? And Jax wasn't too far behind everyone, he was on pole position. So is he on for the win? Only time will tell. Don't know when the safety car's in. I'm assuming it will be next lap. I've not seen anything about safety car in this lap yet, so I assume it will be it. Yep, Dion still tucked up right behind that safety car. Stand there re-overtaking Ghost. And now he's forced to let Ghost back past. It's a weird one. Will Peter be able to catch up here with the safety car queue? It'll be an interesting one to see. I'm not too sure he will. But he is, remember, 10 times faster right now than that safety car queue. And he's not got any threats around him either. Dives it now through turn 27. It'll be an interesting one to find out, because I'm not too sure he will. He's into the pits. I don't know why he's into the pits. But it's Peter into the lane. Lap 10 of 13 here in Jeddah. A finale which could bring chaos, or it could be a great finale to this race. Safety car in this lap. The green flags are out early, but obviously Dion's going to crawl to the line. There's no reason to bolt. He's just going to hold it nice and steady for the end of this run. And back to green 5 running. Sorry about that, my mic was on mute for some weird reason. They might have pulled out a bit at the back. Ghost has got Tim off the start of this restart. So it's going to be an interesting one. Davies has dropped to P7 now. Ghost and Tim getting close there. Dion still in this fight as well. Oh, it's wheel to wheel here. Tim's going for it. Tim versus... Oh, it got too close. It's Ghost and Tim on the third last lap of this race. Both out in a straight line. So Timon now, he's the only real one that can challenge, but I think Dion's going to run away with this one. Jack's his penalty. Jax now is actually challenging Dion. Came out of nowhere, but Jax is putting on a bit of pressure on Dion late on here. So is this race over yet? I am not certain, but it looks to be, because Jax has got the penalty. So, yeah. Peter as well catching up with Timon. He's right on his rear wing now. So is Peter on for a P2 finish here? Looks like it. Gets slipstream now. A lot more straight line speed than Timon. Goes to the inside and has an overtake done before the corner arrives. But Timon there gets the double switch back. Can't get the exit speed. Jax versus Dion now for the on-track lead of this race. They're both going to be pushing, but will they both push too much here? Oh, one of them has. It's Jax, who's bottled under the pressure. So Timon now can only challenge Peter, but it will surely be now, as long as he doesn't make any more mistakes, a win for Dion. Certainly looks like it here. Now into the final corner. It's been plain sailing after the safety car restart. No pressure for him. Rounds turn 27. Down towards the line. Keeps it nice and tight to the wall and wins, does Dion in Jeddah. Peter holds his championship lead with that P2 finish. Timon finishes off the podium in spectacular fashion here tonight. Got very close to the P2, but not to come. Jax could have got on the podium if he didn't make the mistake late on. He will now round the final corner and come in hopefully in P5, as long as he doesn't crash himself out. That was close. Jax P5, and it will be Stein in P6 for this race. A big one it is, as now towards the podium he goes. Dion, your victor tonight. Well deserved. Huge victory for the Red Bull man. Is he back in this championship? We'll have to wait and find out. Peter still second place. He will hold the championship lead after the first 2 races. Both wins for Peter. Great race once again tonight. Bad luck for some, better luck for others. Dion, the victor tonight, from P7 on the grid. He rounded the final corner in P1. Peter's race started amazingly, went poo, very, very poo. But big recovery. Huge recovery from Dion. Oh, sorry, Peter, to get that second place. Timon as well was 20 seconds down at one point. Not as much as Peter. Peter was a minute down on the lead. But both of them on the podium today was unexpected. Well deserved. Davies, the Welshman, in P4 from P5. Pretty normal race for him. Not too many mistakes. Held it strong. Jax got unlucky at the end with the back end loss. Stein, also very unlucky at the end, was P3 before the restart, and then dropped back, and then the 3 DNFs. Brom caused the safety car that brought everyone together, and then Tim and Ghost right at the end in a straight line. There will be arguments about that one, I can tell you that. Well, that's been it for what has been another brilliant race here in ITR. Thank you all for watching.